Hey everyone, how's it going? This is Michael for Spirit Comics. Welcome to my channel. This will be day 5 of my 25 days of comic book reviews. If you like that type of content, please do subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss any new uploads. Also, please do give this review a thumbs up, comment, and share it around. Alright, this will be from The New Adventures of Superboy, issue number 39, A World Without Christmas. Yes, he goes to a world without Christmas. So it opens up with this introduction. Just suppose the Earth we lived in were different. That the values and ideals we adhere to were somehow missing. Well, actually, that sounds like the Earth we live on today. Suppose December 25th, for instance, were no different or more significant than any other day of the year, and that the very thing that made the particular day special didn't exist. Suppose, like Superboy, you found yourself on a world without Christmas. And notice, an advertisement for a Spider-Man game inside a DC comic book. Yeah, you saw it here. Here on Spirit Comics. It opens up with the camp home where everybody's singing carols, and this one particular guy, his name's Bash, has been staying there because his parents went out of town and they wanted some place for him to stay. He's not feeling the mood, so Lana Lang tries to lighten it for him. And she says, "Hi, Bash. Why so glum? It's Christmas Eve." "Yeah, Christmas. Big deal." "Come on, big guy. Cheer up. Look, I'm under the mistletoe. You know what that means, don't you?" "I know, all right." Now that was a blatant invitation for him to kiss her. Possibly more. Who knows? And for crying out loud, look at her. Lana Lang is drop dead attractive. Look at those boots. That skirt and the top, and plus she's got red hair. Something you don't see in comic books that much these days. But what does he say? What does he do? "It means nothing. What kind of garbage is this? Plastic mistletoe. And for crying out loud." Oh. Then he goes on about the tree being plastic, the presents being store-bought, and the cards being mass-produced. Then Paul Kent tries to calm him down, acknowledging that Christmas has gotten a little bit more commercial. And keep in mind, this is 1983. So Bash says that he just wants some time alone. So he goes out for a while. Clark leaves to go after him, but as Superboy. And when he realizes that Bash is not going to change his tune, Superboy takes him to an alternate Earth. One that looks very much like their own, but there are some differences. They arrive in Smallville of this alternate Earth. And as you can see, it's run down. You know, it doesn't even look habitable. It looks like a wasteland. And you can see that storefront. You know, it's horrible. Bash goes on. Looks like a tornado been through here right after a blizzard did a number on it. How could anyone live here? Because he's coughing. Heck, you can hardly breathe. Superboy says, that's because nobody cares about anybody else enough to put a curb on the levels of pollution. Maybe our Earth's air isn't so hot, but at least there are those who care enough to. And then Bash sees somebody in the shadows. It's the Clark Kent of that Earth, who is basically a wimp. And Bash laughs at that. And we see that Clark is wearing this mask that looks vaguely familiar to the kind that we're asked to wear today. But not an exact copy. But remember, this was put out in 1983. And this is 2020. So that Clark Kent runs away. Then a mob appears, ready to take down them both. Superboy says to Bash, run for it. And he handles the mob. Then Bash gets nabbed by somebody from the darkness. And Superboy meets someone that looks like a pharmacist. So he defends the pharmacist. And it's revealed that the man is actually Paul Kent. So he takes Superboy inside so that he can get out of the way of those people who were pursuing them. And Superboy runs this way because he heard Christmas carols. And I forgot to mention that on this page, this is what he heard. Silent night, holy night, all is gone. And he said, what? Whoa. Christmas carols? But I thought Christmas wasn't known here. And that Paul Kent says, Christmas? Lad, you certainly know some unusual words. And what's more unusual is a page over, which I noticed when I read this story. Superboy says, quick, sir, get the police while I hold them here. And he says, police? What's that? Here in 2020, there are people who want to defund the police. Imagine what this world would be like without them. Just saying, So he finds the source of the singing. And it's Bash teaching some Christmas carols to the resistance, you could say. And there's Pete, Lana, and Clark, from that Earth. Bash says he thought since they got him off the street that it would be, only nice if he returned the favor and taught them something. But then the leader of this resistance comes out to meet Superboy, and he's wearing a mask and says that he does not approve of the examples that Superboy has set forth, but he's thankful for, his help anyway. So they leave before getting to see who the leader actually is. It's the Bash of that world. So, in getting back to their own Earth, Bash is a changed man. So now he's wanting to celebrate Christmas and in more of a cheerful mood. So it's an interesting take on, the Christmas Carol in some respects, because Bash is shown how his reality could be, while he's complaining how his reality is. And that's what I think we need to take away from this 16-page story, is that we have a reality in which we have certain rights. And if there are alternate Earths, I'm not saying there are, I'm not saying there aren't. If, then it's very possible those worlds don't have the same rights we do. So we should be thankful for what we have. That's basically the whole point of Thanksgiving and Christmas, is to remind us pitiful humans to be thankful for what we have. And maybe wearing a mask isn't so bad. I wear one, but it's my choice. Our Earth could be a lot more toxic outside than it is now. Our Earth could be unbreathable outside. You never know. That's one of the benefits of writing these types of stories, is to show us how our world could be, and so we can reflect on how it is. Now, let's see who wrote this. Let me see here. Paul Huppersberg, writer, artist. I can't even begin to pronounce the last name. Letter Ben Oda. But it was an excellent story. The artwork was a lot different than the artwork of our own time. I enjoyed it. I really did. And I wish that we had artwork like that still. But I'm grateful for what we do have today. If you enjoyed this, please do give this video a thumbs up. You can share this review around, comment on it, and don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss any new uploads. I am Michael for Spirit Comics. Till next time, true readers, may all your news be good news.